strategy, recruit and energize the talent required to execute a winning strategy. So in our CEO forum, most CEOs say you don't have a winning strategy unless you also have a winning culture. So one of the CEOs that's been most articulate about this has been the CEO of Microsoft Brazil, Tania Cosentino, and she'll be talking to us today about the strategy that she deploys and how that translates into the people she recruits. First, Tania, thank you very much. I know how busy you are.
Thank you, Jimmy. It's great to be here today.
So, Tania, how do you make sure you're recruiting like you're an insurgent, like you're the company of tomorrow?
We are a large company, but this is not enough to attract the talent of the future anymore. The young people, they want to impact. So we are trying to bring examples of what we are doing around sustainability, what we're doing using AI to protect the environment, how we are transforming education. So the first thing is to keep your own talents and then attract new. And I'm very intentional when it comes to diversity.
One of the issues CFOs have raised is the more you go after diverse talent pools, you often find your systems themselves aren't welcoming to diversity at all. Are there things you've had to adapt and change within Microsoft systems so that you can remain an insurgent in Brazil?
We are a successful company, but what brought us here is not gonna bring us to the next level. So if you don't adapt, you fail.
Brilliant.
You have to provoke the systems. Even Microsoft is a large company. We have legacy. We really need people questioning the system every day.
Other leaders have talked about that you almost personally have to intervene with HR processes and systems. So I imagine you've had to almost become chief people officer throughout this journey.
So every single leader responsible for people, every single leader is responsible for transformation. At least twice a year, we sit with people with a very open conversation about impact. And this makes us reflect. We are forced to learn new things every day.
Brilliant. But you've also talked about the need to be a role model in terms of learning. Has that forced you to be more vulnerable and talk not only about success, but also failure?
Well, I try first to lead by example. So I always provoke people saying, if I dedicate time to learn, you all also have to do that. The main principle or pillar of our culture is growth mindset. To learn from the mistakes is super necessary. Every day we are doing something new that we don't need to be afraid to just say, I don't know the answer. And this demonstrates a lot of vulnerability. 30 years ago, I would never say that, especially being a woman, because people would say she's not ready for the job. She's not strong enough. Now, I don't need to look strong enough, maybe wise enough. When you learn that, you feel freedom.
My goodness, you are amazing. Really appreciate the time you've taken with us today. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Jim. It's always a pleasure to be with you.